Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make the most out of Craigslist. Um, you know, a lot of times people put stuff up there and, let's say I want, $1,200 for the van, but you get, you know, 300 emails of people asking you stupid questions or, they call you and say, well, will you take, $300? Well, no, it's an auction. You can go right to my auction and you can bid on it and you can message me through there. Instead of having to deal with, a lot of spammers, will reply with, garbage emails just to get your info. So it's kind of a security thing too. Um, but by setting up an auction and then advertising that auction through Craigslist, not only will you get more exposure to your ad, you also give them the ability to share it with their friends with the tools that are available on the auction site. So, it doesn't have to be a van. If it's anything that you're selling on Craigslist, whether it be, makeup for girls or clothes or computers or, dirt bike parts, if you would list an auction for sale on Craigslist, you can use this technique. So, I've already set up the auction on Craigslist for the van. I mean, set up the ad rather for the Craigslist, my Craigslist ad. I've already set that up. I've already set up my auction on auctionasale.com. Coolest thing ever invented. It's free to post, unlike eBay and the rest of the auction sites where they charge you. It's $1 to make your ad featured, which just makes it, what it does is it makes your auction show up at the top of the page when someone's looking in that area. It's really a good thing, and for $1, you really can't go wrong. I mean, you can't even get a cup of coffee for $1 nowadays. Anyhow, so I've set up my auction. Okay, I've already set up my Craigslist ad, but the important part is right here, this link. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put that link into your Craigslist ad. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to edit my posting. Okay, now what you do is you come back over to your auction at auction to sale, and you're going to copy this right here. Highlight, whether you're in, this is Chrome, but Firefox or Explorer, whatever. Highlight, you're going to right click, copy, right? Come back over here, and then wherever you want in your Craigslist ad, you just right click, paste, and there it is. So a lot of times, if the link is their browser doesn't recognize it or whatever, for whatever reason, it's usually a good idea to say, cut and paste the link into your browser. If link does not work. Okay, we'll continue. And there it is, done with images. It's a text auction. I recommend putting up, as many images as you possibly can of the item. Auctionasale.com allows you to put up to 25 um, pictures. So, as you know from previous videos, the more pictures you have, the more sharing that you can do of your auction and promote it, which just that's where you're going to make your money, is with these sharing the wealth buttons. Okay, it is the coolest thing I think ever invented, and it's free to use. So we have our Craigslist ad now pointing. So when they click this, okay, let me publish it. Oh, I already edited it too many times. Let me just go back here, save time. Time and aggravation. Okay. So this is what it would look like after your verification. Okay, now you see this. This is important. Your posting can be seen at da 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 da. Okay. Now on Craigslist, people that are dicks flag your ads. So to get around these dicks that flag your ads, what you do is, after you've set up your ad on Craigslist and you get to this page, you're going to say your posting can be seen at the. Now, all you have to do is open it, go back, open, go back, open, go back. Do this like about around a dozen times or so. And what it does is Craigslist will flag flag an ad if there's been 3 viewers and the out of the first 3 viewers someone has flagged it as misplaced or against their terms and conditions. But if the ad has been viewed a dozen times and then all of a sudden it gets a flag from some dick that has nothing better to do, Craigslist is going to go, well, 12 people have already looked at this ad and saw no problem with it, so why is there's no reason for us to take the ad down from one person being a dick. So all you do is, to get around that, is like I said, open up a dozen or so times, and then your ad is a hell of a lot less likely to get flagged or have any problems with it. That's one of the big problems with Craigslist. But then you go back here to your auction, right? And we're going to use the share the wealth button, so you can share it to your Facebook, and ask when you share it to your Facebook, ask your friends to share it to their friends. So you're just getting exposure. Your LinkedIn, your Google Plus, your Google bookmarks, StumbleUpon. Here, we'll do a StumbleUpon. It takes 30 seconds to sign up for these, and it is probably the coolest thing I think ever invented. Let's see. What's this page about? Cars. Oh, there it is. Cars. Okay. 2001 Ford Win. Oh, let's make that capital. Star cargo van for auction. No reserve auction. Okay, and then we come back over here to our auction, and we're going to cut and paste our description, right, into the comment area so they know what they're looking at, and you add the page, and it's that simple. Next up, let's do a Pinterest one. I like Pinterest. Pinterest. Oh, where are you, Pinterest? Why aren't you opening up? Okay, here we go. Now we're going to pin it. Cool stuff. Alright. Now let's do Tumblr. Tumblr's a good, all of them are really good, high traffic. Again, for our description, we come back over here. We just cut and paste our description. Go back up to Tumblr, paste, create post. Done. Reddit, excellent, delicious. I don't want to go through all of them. I just take up too much time, and I'm sure you can figure it out if you can do Facebook, Twitter, and the rest of them. Let's do a bookmark. There we go. Save it. Done. And that is where this is where your money's going to come from. It's people sharing your auction. The more people that are looking at your auction, obviously, the more people that'll be bidding on it. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you make tons of money with your auctions. All right.